guys, I hope you're all well and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm here at Williams Performance in Newcastle and we're going to be changing the handling ever so slightly on the BMW M2. So in terms of what we've done to the car so far, we haven't really done anything in terms of handling. It did come with springs, so I believe it came with the I-back springs, which is 20mm all round. It's not running spaces anymore because I had to take them off because they were rubbing. But power-wise, we have had a change. I don't know if the video's come out yet, but I'm going to be honest, we haven't had a change in power. But when it comes to handling, there's nothing really significant that we've done. But yeah, we're going to take this inside the workshop, get it all set up, and we'll catch up with Mark in a second. Yes, Mark, how's it going, mate?
Not bad.
Good. So we've made it up here at Williams Performance, and it is different than the last time I've come down. You've changed unit.
Yeah, moved to a bigger place. Ran out of space in the last one.
And you've got, I think you were telling me you've got another lift to go in as well.
One more lift plus another one to fit next week.
Wicked. And I can see you've got an M4 here. I can assume it's getting a big job.
Yeah.
Crank hub.
Yeah.
So with the crank hub, what is that? Is that like a must need a job if you were going to map your car?
If you're tuning your car, it's highly recommended.
100%. And in terms of the E46, I can see it here. Let me just zoom in, guys. This E46 is this the one that's getting the B58, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So how much, like, I know we don't want to give away too much, but how much power are we expecting from that once it's done?
800, 900 horsepower.
900 rake horsepower in a proper M car show. And this isn't me having a knock at the M lights because I did have a 140, but E46 with a B58, that's definitely up my street. But yeah, in terms of the M2, anyway, what are we doing today on the M2, mate?
We've got some Millway camber plates to fit.
Okay. And
a new disc boot as well because you've ripped your old one.
I was going to say, so in terms of the camber plates, what's the major benefit?
Increase mid-corner grip, mainly, increase turning.
And is it something that you think that, like, I could do myself on a driveway, or do you recommend?
Yeah, you could do it at home, but you need to set up an
alignment after.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys do that here, don't you? You do like a fast road alignment. Yeah. Wicked, cool. Well, okay, Mark's a very busy guy, guys, so we're gonna get started straight away on the install. What I might do, I might save the drive, like, you know, the afterward review. I might save that for when I get home, so I know the road's a bit better. But yeah, we'll catch up with you guys in a sec. Okay, so guys, Mark's obviously done the right side, so we're finally moving on and doing the left side. You can probably see there's a big gaping hole right there. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited to take this out because it does also save outer tyre wear. So if we just have a look here quickly, when you do go on track and you do put a bit of weight on one side of the chassis, the outer edge of your tyres tend to get eaten up. So with the camber plates, it's going to change the angle of the wheel, and that's going to kind of stop us from having any form of outer tyre wear. So as you can see, this is now in a straight position, just here. Straight position like this, and with the camber plates, it's going to make the wheel a bit like that, and it's going to take a lot of pressure off the outer edge. So this outer edge is now going to sit like that, which means it's not going to touch the floor ever so much. It won't sit like that crazily, but it's, if you can get what I mean. Having the wheel like that, it's just going to give you a bit more turning, because when it does decide to lean on, it's not going to eat the outer edge. Okay, so guys, we've finally finished, Mark actually, because Mark's done it, so again, big shout out to Mark. He's finally finished installing the camber plates on both right and left of the car. We're just going to do both sides, can't just do one. But yeah, we're going to give it a fast road geo setup, and then ahead of track days, we're probably just going to tweak it to give it a bit more camber. But yeah, we're going to pop inside and have a final look at how it looks. Okay, so Mark has finished the install, and as you can see, guys, here we have our camber plates. We have our camber plates all set up there and also here. So I'm buzzing with that. I'm really excited, and if you look from the front as well, you can see we've got a little bit of stance. You know what I'm saying? We've got a bit of the stance sauce. We've got the Williams Performance sauce. So, you join me a few days later in my stage 1 camber plate fitted car, courtesy of Define Coding and Williams Performance. So, it's a few days later, and I obviously waited till I was on more familiar roads before shooting the end of this video, because I just wanted to make sure that I knew the roads, and more importantly, I gave it a proper real test. So, as Mark said before the install, turning has dramatically, you're not going to indicate, are you? Of course you're not. You don't need indicators. What a absolute pillock. So yeah, as Mark said, the turning has dramatically improved. Dramatically. Along with that, also mid-corner grip. So those two things, he said, have actually been spoken to in existence, if that makes any sense. So for instance, here you're going into your bend at a normal speed, foot on the accelerator, turning is way more immediate. And when you are, obviously I can't do it now, but say if I'm going for a long sweeping bend, normally I'd have to have some lift because the car would tend to wash a bit wide or understeer. That has been eradicated. That's a new word for you, ladies and gentlemen, eradicated. So that has totally disappeared. Totally disappeared. So I've taken a bend at say 60 mile an hour and the car's just pinned, it's just there, it's just driving on the outer tyre, because normally what tends to happen is, let's just get around here, whoo, skirt. Got a few of these blind bends, you have to be careful because some people like to park on bends. I don't know why, but there are some knobs in this world. Those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So as I was saying, the turning and the mid-corner grip is now there, and that's really, really important because standard, the camber that is set on these sort of cars are 1.2. So on most front ends on BMWs, you normally get about a 1.2 degree of camber, which isn't much. And then most people also lower their cars, and most people don't know this, but when you lower your car, it naturally affects the alignment, and it can also reduce some of the camber. So your turning might not be improved. You're probably going to get, you could get worse turning, not probably, you could get, let's be very careful what we say here, but point it in and then it's off. So yeah, standard is 1.2, and with the two variants that they have on just the Millway, and there are some other brands, but we decided to go for Millway. You've got your street and then you've got your track, which is more like motorsport like orientated. And on the street variant, what you get is up to 3.2 degrees of camber. So that's a negative 3.2. So that's going to give you as much negative as possible, and it maxes out at about 3.2. If you were to go for the track, you'd probably get 3.5, and you possibly can get 4 degrees of camber. So for me, where this has been dialed in by Mark at 2 degrees for the road, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. Anything more, you might tend to tramline. So if you go on roads where lorries have been on after it's just been done, you notice that the car might tend to follow those lines and tramline. So 2 degree, I think, is a nice halfway house. And for me, if I'm taking this on track, with them being adjustable, because you can get some that are fixed, it's a no-brainer. In terms of the handling, for the price you pay, that mid-corner, it's like it's on rails now. It really is. Same again. It's like it's on rails. It's very confidence inspiring as well. That's something else to add, because normally, like I said, if I go around a bend like this, for instance, and I put my foot round, it just pushes me around. 9 times out of 10, you could get understeer there potentially, and no one wants to understeer it. So if you ask yourself, why should you have camber plates? Number one, outer tyre wear, complete outer tyre wear. So as you know, when you do push your car on track or on the road and you take, say, a right bend, the whole of the car is going to lean to the left, and that puts a lot of weight on the tyres, and more importantly, the outer edge of the tyres. And with your road tyres costing up to 250 per tyre, it's a no-brainer to grab a pair of camber plates that literally are going to stop that outer edge of the tyre from being worn and being eaten up on track. So I do know that at Snetterton, when I did go on track in the 140, I came back in, and the first thing I noticed is that the tyres were warm, but the outer edge was burning. It was burning to a point where there was no, like, you couldn't see the lines. I don't know what they're really called, but the lines that were on the tyre had been disintegrated, absolutely disintegrated. So it's definitely going to help outer tyre wear, along with the two other facts of initial turning and mid-corner grip. So with the car set up how it is now, I think ahead of Bedford, Mark did say we probably could be going into a 2.5. So I'm very, very keen to find out what happens when I go from a -2 to a 2.5, how that grip is dramatically improved, because over stock, it's something that you'll definitely notice. And if you push your car anywhere near 5 temps, 6 temps on the road, I'll tell you for free, you will definitely notice a massive improvement in your mid-corner grip. It's the best way to say to it. It's like the car just wants to lean. The car will just continue to lean and lean on the outer tyre without having any issues of understeer. And that for me is very, very confidence inspiring. So guys, as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as a video goes live. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless.